Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all having a great day. I come to you today to ask for prayers for Sandy and her family, and especially for her dad. He was in a pretty bad accident uh, end of last week, and he could use all the prayers he could get to get him through it. And I know Sandy's family needs some comfort at this time, and God's hands wrapped around him and his whole family. Uh, Prayers, I've talked about them several times on this channel, and we fully believe that prayers, especially in multitudes, uh, God hears that cry. He hears that need. He hears that people are coming together for the support and the need for a prayer for whatever situation it is for whoever needs the prayer. And in this case, it just happens to be close to home. And I know many of you have that same um, thing where you have prayers needed close to home. And please don't hesitate to put them down in the comments. I will pray. Uh, I know Sandy will pray. We want our community to be supportive of each other, to pray for each other. Uh, we would love if our community, when I say ours, I mean y'all's too, because you're part of this community, and without you, there wouldn't be one, and we want all of this community, all of our community to support each other and be there for each other. In a time of need, we call on some people call prayer warriors and you know people of faith or whatever name they give to the people that pray for the needs of others. And for me, we're God's children. We're all God's children, and we come to our Father in times of needs, and not just for ourselves but for others. And when you're in need, I would love to be there to be able to pray, and if I know about it, I can pray for whatever the situation is. I don't have to know details, just know that you need prayers. And, um, others in this community, I'm sure, will pray too, um, for any needs that anyone has or knows of anyone that needs. And I'm here uh, asking for some of them prayers for Sandy's dad. He's banged up pretty bad and needs any prayers he can get. And for Sandy and her family, for comfort, um, for strength, for faith to, for them to keep their faith and go to God and ask God for comfort and support and pray to God for Sandy's dad. And we all have that ability to pray for ourselves, and we all have that ability to pray for others. The desire to do that comes from the love in our hearts and the compassion in our hearts. And if we have those things that Jesus showed so much of when he walked the earth, then we'll be able to reach a hand out for people in the community that uh, need. maybe some extra prayers for comfort or for relief of a situation, for God to, maybe take control so that the situation will get better, or will um, God will be able to put a situation on the right track, whatever that track may be in His eyes. And, sometimes it's easier to pray for somebody else and their needs and for their comfort than it is for us to pray for ourselves, or for it's easier for us to ask people to pray for others in need than it is for us to ask for prayers for our needs. And sometimes we just need to humble ourselves and ask for help, ask for prayers, ask that whatever our needs may be, or the needs of somebody close to us may be, that we need the help praying. We need all of God's children that know there is a need to pray for a need, and not just this situation or our needs, but for each other's. And in this community, um, I really encourage people to leave a comment letting us know that you need prayer. You don't have to tell us why if you don't feel like it. You don't have to tell us for yourself or somebody else. Just that you're in need of prayers. And I would hope, and I do know there are some people, including myself and Sandy will too, pray for that need. And we ask for them prayers for Sandy's dad and Sandy's family. Uh, this is really a hard thing and a hard time we're going through, and any kind of help anyway would be great. Uh, when any of you go through something like this, I'm sure there's a place you turn. I'm sure there's a place that you come to, like a fork in the road, and you're like, is there an anger or blame that needs to be directed to God over it? Or is there a time to not question your faith and not question God, but accept what He puts in front of you, to know that that is what is best for whatever you're going through? And when you trust in God, when you love God and you have faith in God, you tend to veer to the real road that you keep your faith in God, and even um, let it be strengthened. Allow God control. Allow God to do what His will is and what He knows is best for the situation. And instead of getting angry and trying to change things and do things yourself, give God the time that He requires and let Him do His works. And we'll see that for whatever reason is the best. And if we don't see it now, it will be revealed when we kneel before Him. So just know that, prayers do work, prayers do help, but you also have to take that road of faith to God for that to happen. And we still have lots of faith in God. We still believe very much so in prayers. Um, in the length of time Sandy has been together, we have went through uh, so many deaths and illnesses and people family members that have went through lots of medical issues, and we have and will continue, or at least I will. Hope Sandy has to make her own path with God, but we'll continue to have faith, and we'll continue to love God, and we'll continue to understand that even though I don't know the reasons why right now, but there is a reason that God has chosen the path He has for either me or whoever it is around me that I see struggling at the moment. And this is a time when our faith is truly tested, and our path, what path do we take? Do we take the path towards blame for what has happened, or do we take the path towards letting our faith in God um, work so God can get us through this, and knowing that His will is what is being done? So, with that, I just I'm just gonna ask for prayers, and again, I'm gonna encourage anybody that has anything going on. It does not have to be medical. It can be anything. If you have a need for a prayer and you're in this community, or if this is the first time you're watching a video in this community, I ask that you put the prayer in the comments, and this community, I pray, will come together and pray for whatever needs are, or whatever needs you are aware of that you ask for prayers for. I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you in advance for any prayers that Joe receives from y'all, or Sandy and her family receive from y'all. So when you pray to God, thank you so much. Y'all have a good day. Bye.